Hey, Richard. How you doing? Oh, Ricardo. Thanks for coming. Your cup of coffee. No, your cup of tea. Excuse me. I'm just getting started here. Thanks for coming in. I have everything in the buy it now, and I'm willing to take offers. I got vet bills to pay today, so let's go for it, everybody. We're going to multi-broadcast this over to YouTube. I've got basically jewelry and coins, but there are a couple of kids' items. There's also a couple of women's extra large, Halloween themed type T-shirts. Hi, Brooke. Thanks for coming in. I've got everything in the shop under the Buy It Now tab, and I have best offer on most of my items. I will run the occasional givey today if I get some raids later on in the show. Everybody, all followers can participate in those givvies. It'll probably be a sticker pack, something that I can use the white envelope. I'm going to test that out for the first time. And I got all kinds of jewelry. I got a few extra coins, things that I win like on Whatnot, those kinds of things. Uh, but I'm primarily a jewelry seller rather than a coin seller. But I do have some cool coins and some tokens and some shark teeth. And I've got this little thing now where I've got these like 200 plus coins, world coins and tokens that are in a jar. And occasionally I will do like flash sales throughout the show, and then I'll reach in and pull out four, and that's what you get. Um, I'll just close my eyes and pull four. It was three, but I tried to I changed it to three, or I changed it from three to four. So if you see anything like that, you want me to run something like that, I can run that, or you can just go into the Buy It Now and buy a few. I've even got some dollar stickers, and they're with the white envelope shipping. They don't track like the regular packages do, but you will get it, and that can open up your discounted shipping. Welcome. If you're watching over on YouTube, I'll be mostly watching the Whatnot chat. I don't want to miss a sale. Thank you if you're watching on YouTube for the 11 people that are on the YouTube multi-broadcast. Make sure you scan that QR code in the top right-hand corner of your screen, or go to the link in the video description. Get yourself signed up for Whatnot and get your free $15 to spend on Whatnot. They'll put it right into your wallet. They will ask for a payment form so that you can pay the shipping. It's commercial shipping set by Whatnot through Shippo. I don't have anything to do with the prices. They just base it on weights and your zip code from me to you. And I'm going to type in here, please see Buy It Now. And let me pin something up here. There we go. Adriana, please come over to Whatnot. Scan that QR code. If you're not a Whatnot member, they will award you $15 and put it in your wallet if you sign up using my code. If you already are signed up, just come over anyway to April Davis PI on Whatnot. And then you'll be able to see the catalog. Hold on, I'm getting a message over on my Messenger account. So you guys keep doing your shopping. welcome in. Welcome in, Stars and Jewels. I'm just answering a message right now on my IM, a friend of mine who's leaving town. Please check the shop and go to the Buy It Now and shoot me an offer. Okay, I'm back. Just had to answer that. Oh, thank you, Stars and Jewels. Yeah, I got some vet bills to pay, bunny vet bills. So I got some of my own pieces, and I've got my usual. I'm a disabled person, but I regularly buy from Goodwill, shopgoodwill.com, and buy bluebox.com. So I have new inventory coming in every few weeks, and I make my own jewelry jars from the really good items. I also have a few coins just because I win coins a lot on Whatnot. I've got a whole bucket. This is my own collection right here if you're a coin person. Now if you came in as a jewelry person, you can see that I have lots of necklaces. I've got a few banger pieces. Most of my items are like $1, $2, $3, $5 items, but there are a few banger expensive pieces. But I'm willing to accept offers as long as they're reasonable. If you're a reseller and you won't offend me, so I just I'm on a limited disability income. I've been a detective for 41 years. Yes, I do have some sterling. I've got there's not much sterling in this show, but there is. I have a very rare piece. Let me show it to you. I have a Creed Rosary Company crucifix, and it is stamped on the back. Don't know if you'll be able to see it on camera, but there is a stamp right there on the bottom. This is Sterling Creed, and it's the Creed Rosary Company out of Rhode Island. I don't think they're in business anymore, but they make very high quality religious items. And it doesn't come with a chain, but it does have the little loop on the top. Like you could put it like a jewelry ring on it and put a chain on it. Yeah, I usually save the sterling that I get out of the blue boxes. I got just about an ounce of silver in the last one, which is extraordinarily unusual. Oh, hey, Kelly, thanks for coming. And I've got a few of the banger pieces too. If you need to see those, I still have the goldette, and I still have the Japanese black Akoya pearls. I've also got a couple of men's pieces, as far as like a really nice watch and some tie clips that have genuine ruby stones in them. And I also have a few. I still think I have the cufflinks left. Oh, and I've also got 2 new old stock knives. I'm just getting some messages here from my friend. Oh, okay. I'm seeing 3 chats at once: the Whatnot chat, the YouTube chat, and the I am coming in from my friend. But please feel free to check out that shop. I may run the occasional givey today if I get raided. If you know anybody who's looking to raid, I'm also. Hey, Rachel! Oh my gosh! Oh, girl. I've just got so much to tell you, and I'm not going to talk about it here very much, but health related. I am okay. I know the last time I spoke to you was when I was in critical care in the hospital. I've been in the hospital 12 times, but I did have successful surgery for the condition. It took a long time to get well. I still have some arrhythmias with my heart, but I no longer am in the AFib, and I'm not in critical care anymore. And I can actually like breathe while I'm speaking to you. I did have some issues this week with my bunny. Nothing serious. She had to get an updated vaccine, and she had to go see a bunny specialist for an ear issue. Um, I have lots of jewelry. I get new jewelry in every week or two from Buy Blue Box and Shop Goodwill. And I know you're a reseller, so you might be interested in some of my pieces. Most of my things on here are $1, $2, $3, $5 items, but I do have some banger pieces, Rachel. Uh, I know you're a reseller, so you could probably appreciate these. I have a Goldet Egyptian piece, which is super rare, and I'm the only one online that has one right now. No Seiko watches at this time. um, I also have a peridot and amethyst uh, statement piece, all real, all real stones, polished, and I make these jewelry jars. I do it with not like the garbage stuff, but the nice stuff. And they go like, I mean, they sell like crazy on Facebook Marketplace, but for some reason I haven't had any bites yet this week on that jar. But look at this piece. I found one similar. It's handmade, and I found one similar on Etsy, and it just sold for $203.88. And I'm not a big Etsy person, but I do have the Goldet on Etsy just in case, because the last one that sold there was like, I think, $250. They're super, super rare. Like occasionally one will come up on the Bay or one will come up on Etsy. They're all a little different. Some of them are gold. Mine is a silver tone. And they're made in the 50s or the 60s. And that jewelry company hasn't been around for years. They actually were out in New York, but they made the pieces in my birth state of Rhode Island. Not my home state, but my birth state. And yeah, I was born in a state that I never lived. So, um, some of the best jewelry companies in the United States, for some reason, manufacture in Rhode Island, and it's super super rare. And I think I lowered it down to 175, but they're worth $250. And I'm hoping that a reseller is going to come along and they're going to see the value in that, and they're going to shoot me an offer, and boom, it's, it'll be gone, and it'll pay for part of that box that I got. But this one just came in from a blue box. It was just thrown in, and there was almost an ounce of silver. There was 19 pieces that I pulled out. And on those boxes, you're usually lucky to get one or two pieces of silver. I got 19, including this banger piece. And this is very valuable as well. Also made in Rhode Island. This is a Creed Rosary crucifix from the Creed Rosary Company, and it's sterling silver. It's really nice, and you should comp these on eBay. They go for a lot of money. Of course, some of them have the chains with them. This one didn't come with the chain, and I haven't even cleaned it. And look how good it looks. I also found a piece of blue topaz that was from Bali, Indonesia. That's on a sterling silver pendant and chain. That's from an animal organization called BAWA, which is the Bali Animal Welfare Association, and they rescue like abandoned pets on the beaches of Bali. And that was in the same box, and it came out of the New York, New Jersey district office out of South Hackensack. And of course, as you know, if you've ever bought these boxes, you can't choose where they're coming from. You just buy it online, and then it comes from wherever it comes from. And occasionally I'll get one from New York, New Jersey, and they're banger boxes. um, the other ones come from like Ohio or Nashville or North Carolina, and sometimes they're good and sometimes they're not. But occasionally I've got one from New York, New Jersey, and they're banger. And so I had 19 pieces of silver. The last count, I think it was 30.9 grams or something, but I still have more that's attached to other items of jewelry. So that all came out of the last box. And then I take the leftovers, the good pieces. I make my own jewelry jars, and like here's one here, and they have like necklaces, bracelets, brooches. I put only matching earrings in. I don't put any singles. And a lot of resellers buy these from me, and people on Facebook Marketplace that are looking to buy gifts for their kids. Uh, and it's all good stuff. You know, if I think anything is trash or junk or needs to be repaired, it goes into my craft box. And I have a big craft box. And once that fills up, I'll put that online as well. And those just, they fly off probably quicker than the actual jewelry jars. So, and then I have a few coins. I'm just trying to earn some money this week for some vet bills since my, cancer disability and my heart disability is not enough to live off of. But I had some unexpected rabbit expenses. So I've got some really cool jewelry pieces. If anybody decides to raid me later today, I'll do like a raid givey. But I've got some really banger necklaces. Most of them are only a few bucks. But yeah, if you ever sell jewelry, Rachel, because I know you have auctions local there. I don't really have any place like that in LA where, you know, I see a lot of those in Missouri. With some of my Missouri YouTubers go into these auctions and they buy big boxes of stuff. If I want something like that, I have to buy it online, like at, Shop Goodwill, or I buy the blue boxes. They're very hard to get because they sell out within a minute. If you're not there, like when they go up, you'll never get one. And apparently ThredUp has those too, but I've never been able to get a ThredUp box, nor have I ever been able to get anything like that from Salvation Army. But it's nice to see you, Rachel. So just keep me in mind if you need jewelry, and I have the occasional coin. Somebody sent me in a gold bucket. They sent me some shark teeth, so these are cool. I got a few of those. There are a few kids items. There's some stickers. I got my own YouTube poker chip now. I've sold a couple of them, so it's nothing great, but I'm in the gold community now, the gold mining community, and a lot of people have the chips, so I bought some for myself to send back to people. So I have those. I got a couple of men's knives in here. Yeah, I'm in California. I'm in Los Angeles. And my YouTube channel was very briefly monetized, but then they demonetized me because they had a problem with something in a video and they wouldn't tell me which one it was. They told me to wait 90 days and reapply, but I ended up taking down a ton of videos because I didn't know which one it was, and they wouldn't be specific because they're like, oh, if we tell you what you did, then you could recircumvent the system. Like the little, I can't even say the words here. I won't curse in front of you, Rachel. But when I took down like a quarter of my videos, I lost all my watch hours. So now, even though I've got enough subscribers, I don't have enough watch hours. So, I've put thousands into this YouTube channel during my disability for the last 4 years, almost 5 now. And it'll be 5 years in December. And I'm thousands in the hole on that. And I literally received a couple $100 worth of checks before I got hammered because something I did they didn't agree with. And they wouldn't be specific. So I kind of know, but I don't know. I didn't know which video. So that income that I would get maybe every 2 or 3 months, like it's gone. So I just have everything on eBay, Whatnot. I'm even doing Whatnot Marketplace now, Facebook Marketplace. I still do a little bit of Mercari, and very rarely I do Posh. And I do have the Goldette on Etsy, but I don't do well on Etsy, so I don't really put any time into building an Etsy store. But I do have these two super, super rare pieces. And I still have, let me show you here, I have the Japanese black Akoya pearls from Japan that have never been worn. And I know that because they were actually mine. They were hand carried over from Japan, and I hate to get rid of them. Somebody bought them already on eBay, and then, of course, they didn't pay. It was a counter offer, and on counters, as you know, they don't have to have their payment in because, eBay is still in the dinosaur ages. So, yeah, these are genuine Japanese Akoya pearls. Oh, sorry, I just bumped the camera. I don't have much space here. I do this on my living room table. So, yeah. Yeah, dinosaurs. Of course, you're a pro. You're probably doing better than I'm doing, and you probably have a lot more listings than I have. But I'm trying to spread the wealth now because, eBay's just going into the tank with their constant glitches and people not paying. And, I lost all my watchers on this. And, I was so upset. And, the person lowballed me too. And I shouldn't even have accepted the offer. I kind of felt bad after I accepted. I think God didn't want me to sell these because, they belong to my ex boyfriend, or they belong to me from him. And he's been deceased from cancer since 2017. And, it just kills me that I'm going to have to sell this. Yeah. Yeah. It's BS. That's all I can say. I apologize, Rachel. I know you're very religious, and I am religious too. But um, I grew up in a family where my father spoke curse words. So, yeah. Um, but I don't say it on my YouTube, and I don't say it on my whatnot. But I sometimes I want to, Uh, for everything that gets cross posted somewhere else that sells somewhere else, that's money that came out of eBay's pocket. They just lost the commissions on that. Hey, Wolfman, thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. I have everything, Rachel, in the buy it now. I have best offer turned on most items. So if you see something, go for it. I think I have the stickers at $1, and I finally learned how to activate the white envelope first class postage on this. That all changed when I was in the hospital, so I had no idea what it was. And the other night I did a show, and I had several givvies, and I thought it was set correctly, and it wasn't. And I had to pay the full price, and I ended up at the end of the show with 16 cents. And I sold 3 really nice copper bracelets, and I made 16 cents. So, yeah, I'm just kind of like at my wits' end right now. And are you still on, uh, Rachel? Are you still selling on Whatnot too? If you are, I'm going to tell everybody to go follow you. Oh, you're selling tonight. Okay. And do you want to tell me what you're selling? I'll be watching the Dodger game from Kansas City, but I'll turn you on tonight. I'll turn it on if I'm not airing. Oh, purses and lots of Coach. Okay, cool. Yeah, that'll be fun. Is Dello still on this app too? Is he still selling? Some, okay. And how's your little? I'm not going to say his name since he's a minor, but your youngest. How is he doing? Yeah, I saw him recently on something. I think was it YouTube or Facebook with the no, it must have been YouTube. And he had the long blonde hair now. He's so adorable. That's He's so cute. And you know what? Tell him that I still have the Scooby Doo, the little Scooby Doo figure that he sold to me on your show. I still have it, and I'm keeping him. Yeah, that was so cool. He's such a cutie pie. It's amazing. You have a grown man for a son, and then you have that little cutie pie little boy. Well, you being a Miss Missouri or a Mrs. Missouri, I can see why your kids are good looking. Runs in the family, I guess. Yeah, you still have it, Rachel. Last time you saw me, I was hooked up to about 50 heart wires, and I was almost dead. And I was coming down from propofol from surgery or whatever they gave me. Yes. Oh, I was going to grab the wrong thing. Hold on. Let me get it. I haven't tested it with the Presidium as I did the necklace, the one that has the peridot and the amethyst, and then there's some citrines on those necklace. Um, but the stones are ice cold to the touch. And I found some similar ones on the bay. And then it has the security clasp, you know, the kind that hooks in and then like it snaps over so that you don't lose it. It's very nice. And if you know anybody that's into jewelry and they want to buy bulk, please let them know that I do have these jewelry jars and I make them myself and they're all good. Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Rachel. Well, you got it going for me today. Thank you. That always brings me luck when somebody comes in and buys something. So, oh, I love stones too. That's how I knew like these were real right away when I got this because I had it sitting on my leg to like do a Google lens and it was ice cold. And then I had been searching that box all night and then I went to bed and I couldn't sleep. I had to get up and I put this against my face in the middle of the night and it was like ice. It was like, you know, a cold compact on my face. And I was like, oh, these have got to be real. So I hooked up the Presidium and sure enough, I mean, I already knew and they're polished too. And each stone is individually like knotted. It's on like a green, like heavy duty thread. And you could see like, you have to excuse my fingers. I got some jewelry acid on my fingers. Um, yeah, it's very heavy. It is very heavy. And then I didn't test this part, but the toggle clasp, it's also some kind of stone. It almost has a marble look to it, but I'm not sure what it is. And it's all peridot and amethyst, and then it has some highlight pieces of like the yellow kind of gold tone citrine stones, the quartz stones. And you know, it's handmade, so it's probably the only one like it in the world. And I found another one that was similar, and it had just sold for 203.88 on Etsy. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." Now I know I'm not going to get that kind of price for it, but I think a reseller would probably buy that. And um, you should see my Egyptian piece. It's in the shop. I can show it to you. I have it hanging up on the wall so the cat won't get to it. But I have one of the Goldet Egyptian Statement Revival pieces that was made in the 50s or the 60s. It's phenomenal. But most of my items on Whatnot are just like my $1, $2, $3 items. I've got some necklaces. I got some really cool necklaces that are only like 5 or 10, but I have best offer turned on. Uh, there's a really nice onyx necklace in here that's still got new with tags, but it's new old stock. And then the cabochon necklace, and I've got like 3 Monet pieces. I've got a Monet butterfly, a Monet butterfly brooch, and one of those big chunky. It's like a big um, heavy chain. It's huge. It's like extraordinarily heavy, but it's signed Monet. It's really nice. And those usually go pretty fast for me. But just to show you some of this silver that I got just from the last blue box, all of this plus the cross. And that was just in one box. And that hardly ever happens. So if you buy a blue box expecting that, it'll it's rare. And I also have these little Ethiopian opals. They're hard to see on screen because they're in a little case, but I'm selling these like a stone at a time. So thanks for the purchase, Rachel. If you're still here, thank you so much. I'll get that out to you tomorrow. Hey, KB Finds, please check the shop. Yeah, I'll check out your purse show tonight. Do you know what time you're going to do that? Because I can turn it on while I'm watching the ball game. Okay, that's 5 o'clock my time. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I should be done with this show by then. I need to add this. I forgot to put it in the shop. People were asking about this. This is a Japanese sword. And a lot of them are made in sterling, but I don't see any sterling marks on this, so I think it's just stainless steel. But it's on a nice little chain, and it's really cool. I forgot to put it up on Whatnot. Okay, have a good show. I'll check in with you later. Thanks for the buy. Once again, hon, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Oh, hi, Adam. I don't know if you're still here. Hello back, Adam. Hey, Mega Dog. Happy Friday to you too. Those are on. I was on the Whatnot chat, so yes, Adriana, the turtle is beautiful. If you're interested in it, please hit me up and go over to Whatnot. Which necklace? Don't see on list and shop. How much black cord incomplete circle? I have no idea what you're talking about. Is it on the board? Or I mean on the display? I have the black onyx. And I have the Japanese, but that's not black. Which necklace are you referring to, Kelly? I have a lot of the necklaces in the jewelry jar. And I still have it's the necklace that has the large charm that is an incomplete circle. Where are you seeing this at? Tell me where you're seeing this. Let me know where you actually saw that. Oh, it could be one of the necklaces that's in the jewelry jar. There's a lot of the nicer necklaces are in the jar. There's the one with the tags that says $29.50. No, I have no idea, but all the necklaces that are for sale, they're either individually listed across all platforms, including here. Well, except for the sword. I forgot to put the sword up here. And then some of those necklaces that you may, if you saw it from blue box number 16, it's most likely in this jar. And let me see what's in that jar, or let me see how much that jar is listed at. Let's see. And it's 2 pounds worth of jewelry almost. Oh yeah, I have it at 25, the jar, and it's 1 pound, 14.5 ounces, and most of the items in that jar are from the last blue box. And any of the junk pieces or broken pieces, those were pulled out and those were put into the craft box. And once that craft box is full, I'll sell that locally because it'll be big and heavy. People buy those all day long. And I have wearable pieces too. I have lots of beads in my craft box. So I just, anything that's got beads or string or yarn or thread or missing stones, or I just throw them all in the craft box. But the good necklaces, that are the nice pieces that you would have seen in the last blue box YouTube video, it would be either in this jar or it would be on this display. Then it's in the jar. Because I put 2 or 3 signed designer pieces in here, including the one, I don't know if this is the same one, but the one that it's a new old stock, department store style, and it had the 29.50 tag, which you can see right there. That's still in there. And then there was the 9 West one is in here. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I see a circle one in there, but it's part of the jar. It's got like a silver charm on the end. I think that's the one that's got the price tag. Could be this one right here, if you look there. Not sure, but yeah, all the necklaces are in here, or they're in my individual listings, or they're on the the little bust right here, except for the Japanese sword, which somehow that listing didn't get transferred over to Whatnot. And somebody brought that to my attention. It might have been you who brought it to my attention, and so I put it over um, to list it. And I was just so busy trying to fix this postage problem. I had a postage issue for the last couple of shows that just killed me. So I had to figure out how to get that first class tab to work. And I missed everybody on the YouTube chat. I am sorry. I apologize to those who are watching on YouTube. Oh, thank you, Michael, on YouTube. I appreciate the thumbs up. You have a nice day, too. Let me look. Yeah, I can't take anything out of the jar. Let's see. Oh, I have this. I don't know if you're still here. Do you mean that? Yeah, I usually don't show what's in the. Oh, yeah, okay. It's in the jar. And I just lowered that price, too. I had it at 30 and now I have them at 25. And then I still have, I forgot to show you this in the video though. This is a really nice one. This was in that last blue box as well. Oh, and speaking of that, hold on a minute. I need to go over and check something on the computer. Be back in 2 minutes. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go do something on the computer. Uh, it had to be at that moment. I'm back. Hey, here's another Rachel on here. Got two Rachels today. Yeah, I was watching two chats at the same time and talking to somebody, and I gotta message the people I missed in the chat. Please check out the shop. We may do, let me do a flash really quick. If anybody's here, put something in the chat. Let me know if you're still here. If anybody's still here, I'm going to put something in the chat. Okay, you're here. Okay, let me show you how this works. I got to go pin an item, so I'm going to be off screen for just a second. Hold on. I'm going to show you how these flashes. Let's see. Let me find the item. I have so many items here. Okay, let me open this. I'm going to edit this. And I'm going to create a flash. No, wrong item. Hold on. I have so much on here now. It's hard to scroll through like, 53 things when you're live on the air. Oh, here it is. I already passed it. I almost did a flash on the wrong item. That would have killed me. Okay, let me click the flash tab and the percent off tab. And I'm going to go 50% off. Just so you see how this works. And then I'm going to set the timer. I'm going to set it for, I'm just going to set it for 2 minutes just so you can see how it works. And I'm going to pin it. And now you can see this up on your screen. If you look at this, tell me, oh, hi, Hit Up Thrift. Thanks for coming in. If you're still there, Kelly, tell me on the bottom of your screen, do you see the $1.50 price tag and do you see a shipping? Because it should show the first class envelope shipping based on less than 1 ounce. Well, it should. Or it might not on the coins. You know what? Scratch that. It won't work on the coins. It will work on the stickers. Oh, okay. Okay, that's because it's the first item. Okay. Let me try something else. I'm not actually going to run that. Let me unpin that. I want to try something else and have you check it for me. Let me just take that down. Okay, yeah, that was a coin. So that won't work on the coin. You'd have to buy one item and then your second item would be either free or like 40 cents, something like that. And I don't mean for you to buy it. I just meant, like if somebody bought it. So let me go to a sticker item that does have the flash. And then I'm going to run it for just a minute just to show you how this works. And now you should be able to see a rabbit sticker at the bottom for 75 cents. And it should say 20 available. And what do you see on your side for the shipping? Okay. Okay. And I'm going to say start. And I'm just going to show you how that works. You don't have to buy anything. Don't buy anything. Just, I want you to see how that works. And I can do it with any item. But it's good for multi-items if you're trying to get to your 1,000 sales. And I don't mean $1,000, but 1,000 sales, because everything on Whatnot changes once you reach 1,000 sales. Oh, 73 cents. Okay, that makes more sense because it's less than an ounce. And it's the white only envelope. And it has a different type of tracking on it. Hi, Royer. Please check out my Buy It Now. I have everything in the shop. So you can see that flash sale running, Kelly. And I can do that on any item. And I can set the time and I can set the discount. Okay. And just like that, it's over. And then it should revert back to a regular listing, but in this case it didn't, so I have to take the flash sale off. And then I'll pin another item instead. How about the Egyptian coin? Let me just pin that. Yeah, well, it already ran out. It's on a timer. And at the bottom of the screen, you'll see it ticking down. Like I know a guy, here's an example. I know a guy on here, TH Stacker, and he's doing it with pennies. And he'll have them for $1. And then he'll do 50% off or 80% off. And you're buying a penny for either 50 cents or 20 cents. But the first shipping is like $4.55 or $4.35, depending on where you are. And then it plummets. That's why people want to buy the cheap stuff, because it'll, like the dollar items or the $2 items to start, because it opens up your discounted shipping. And then he has like 500 of them. And he'll be like, okay, I need to sell all these by the end of the night. Yeah. But what he did by doing that is he went from 300 and some sales to 1,000 sales. And he did it like in a week, because he just listed pennies. And the pennies are going to stop. He just goes to the bank now and he buys a box of pennies, 2,500 pennies for $25. And he's like, oh, this is the new 2024 penny, or the new 2025 penny, or this is just a random penny. You might get a Wheatie, you might not. And people are just going click, 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 bang, 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 bang. And then he did it 2 nights ago. He did it with stickers. And he had it set at free shipping. And then you get a code. And it's very complicated. But he did that. And he had a sponsor who said, oh, I'll ship everything out for free in the white envelope. Like I'll just put a stamp on it and boom, it'll be gone. And he got to 1,000. So now when he does a show, it's all paid for. Hey, thanks for coming back. Didn't see you earlier. I'm running 2 different chats at the same time, and I was testing out the flash sale tab. I'm hoping somebody would rate me today, and then I can do a rate givey. Rock pile. Are you into coins or are you into jewelry? I do have a fossil that's millions of years old. Oh, yeah. And a lot of people do them just because they want to hit their 1,000 sale mark. Because once you hit that 1,000 sale mark and you sell that item, that show, as soon as you get it in the mail and it starts tracking that it's been mailed, then Whatnot automatically advances you the money in your account. Kind of like eBay does that now too. Like if you've been a long time seller and you have good account status, you'll get paid a lot of times before the item's even delivered. And so Whatnot, they'll just auto pay everybody on a daily basis once you hit that 1,000 mark, as long as your account is in good standing and you're sending out your items. And for a lot of people out there that are living day to day, and they've got good inventory to sell, they need that money now. And so, if a guy went and just took his own penny collection and just was selling several hundred pennies a show or a sticker pack. And a lot of people were buying other items. So the shipping, it all is combined in the end. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You know, I need a chain for this Creed crucifix, the sterling. I think I might have a better chance of selling it if I put a sterling silver chain on it. And I don't want to use the sterling that came from Bali, the blue topaz that came from Bali. I'd like to keep that. Oh, and you know, you were asking me about the bracelets. I just wanted to show you because I said I needed to clean. I don't have them for sale, but I just wanted to show you. Um, Here was the one that had, it was all like corroded. I cleaned it once, but it could really use a second cleaning. But I just need to have, there's not enough time in my day. So I think it's very old. I think it's very vintage. It's got the little blue beads in it. And then this one, there's another one. Hold on. It's all tangled up in my necklace. Hold on. I hate unstraightening all this, and then I put it back into the bucket and it gets tangled again. Well, I got to be really careful because my ballet chain is all tangled up. Anyway, when I get it untangled, I'll show it to you. Yeah, my ballet topazes. Also, there's a silver sterling hook that's all tangled up in this too. Okay, I got the hook off. But the blue topaz on the sterling silver chain, it's all tangled up in this thing. Oh no, it's not the blue topaz, it's the paw bracelet. There's a paw bracelet that's in here too. That's sterling. It's got like a dog paw print on it. Looks like it's from one of those animal welfare groups. Not the same one that's in Bali, but okay, I got it untangled. Okay, so I also had this one, but the only part of it that's silver is the lobster claw clasp. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Jack. I have everything in my shop in my buy it now, so that's what I don't know which one you had wanted to see, Kelly, but yeah, that one came out of there from the New York lot, and then that smaller one that I just showed you. But I keep my silver except for the crucifix. I have kept it. Thanks for coming, everybody. Let me check my YouTube chat really quick. My iPad keeps closing down. Yeah, you were like, show me and send it to me. Like, I'm like, no, 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 it's not for sale. Like, you're not hearing me. It's not for sale. And the cleaning part that comes when I have a free moment or two. But I got to keep doing the inventory and keep packing the packages and you know the sorting and the cleaning. That just that's all on the side because I got to get this stuff up here. And not all of it will sell here. And the coin jar that I started, that little mystery game, nobody's into it. So I think I'm just going to end up keeping my coins. So since they're mine anyhow, they're not like coins that I got on Whatnot for the most part. They're just my own collection. So I'll just probably keep those. Save those for a rainy day, and then if I have to sell them, just sell them in a big giant lot. But I'm not ready to do that right now. I was hoping to run some coin games with those. I even did some flash sales with those, and nobody was biting. And some of the coins in there are worth quite a bit of money. But if it's not going to be successful, then I don't want to. I don't want to do that. Two of the gold with silver circles. Hmm. There's some Mexican coins in there that are gold with the silver circles. Yeah, I have a few of those. I can pull some of those out for you later if you'd like. Yeah, we get those a lot in California. We get a lot of those in California because we're so close to Mexico. Well, we used to be Mexico. Ice, I hope you remember that if you're watching. That, you know, I want everybody to be here legally, but you know, this was Mexico before it was California. You know, if we didn't have a Mexican population, Dodger Stadium, their 54,000 seats wouldn't be full every night. Let me check my tab. There we go. Well, I got one sale. That's cool. Yeah, for now. The longer you're on, the more it boosts, so I'm not going anywhere now. I already got up very, very early to go to the vet, and then I had to bring the rabbit back just to go back over to Studio City, which is right next door. That's where I've lived most of my life, but my box is over there. And I was like, let me bring her home, and she's still hiding under the sofa. And it, you know, she's been home since 11:46 this morning our time, and she's still under the sofa hiding because she's pissed. She's like, "Are you going to pick me up and put me in the bag and rob me from my home?" In fact, I got to look under there and check on her, make sure she's still breathing. Oh, there's a. Are you there? Hi. Yeah, she's still alive. You got to come out, Amelia. You got to be comfortable. Yeah, her food and her water and her toilet are all over in her little house, but she's hiding under the sofa. I've had a lot of people ask me about this, and then they want to see it, and then that's it. Like, and I kind of want to keep that. I can't keep everything. I kind of like to keep my coins, you know, because I'm not really a coin seller. I'm a jewelry seller. Okay, whoever's on YouTube, I'm back. I'm doing 2 chats at the same time, plus I'm getting IM, so it is what it is. I gotta move these shark teeth. I don't want the pets to get into that. But yeah, Kelly, if you're still here, look at that. Now that's minus the weight of that bracelet, but it's just 30.9 without the clasp from that bracelet because I didn't want to cut it off yet to weigh it individually. But that just came from one box. It like never happens. But those New York, New Jersey boxes are bomb. Yeah, I know, isn't it? I gotta remember to put this up. At least put it up in the marketplace. The Japanese sword. Well, at least my buddy Rachel came in and bought a bracelet. She's doing a purse show tonight. If you're interested in that, just to watch. She's my friend. She's a former Mrs. Missouri. She sells a lot. She's gorgeous. You know, too bad my friend Kelsa, not Kelsa the cat, but Kelsa the person, is not still alive because she would do great on this. Tulip Fashions. Thanks for coming. Hey, everything is in my shop. Everything's in my buy it now. Go see what I have and shoot me an offer. Coins and jewelry. Mostly jewelry, but there's just a few coins on the side if you're interested in that kind of stuff. There's some mince pieces too. And there's a couple of kids' items just in case. But it's mostly jewelry. So let me know what you're interested in and I'll show it to you. Let's see how many people answered my poll. I closed the poll. Oh, we got 5 answers already. That's cool. Yeah, I don't have a very steady tripod here. Let's see if we can get a raid going. I'm watching bears live from Alaska right now, and it's really cool. I'm watching a national park, and there's all these bears, and it's like kind of like a raging rapids type of river. It's really cool. Let me put that down. There we go. It was falling over. Man, a lot of people came in on YouTube, but I gotta update my stream on that. There we go. Hi, Victoria. Thanks for coming in. I have everything in my shop and in my buy it now. There's a best offer tab turned on most items. I've got $1, $2, $3, $5, $10 items and a few banger pieces. Let me know if you're interested in seeing any jewelry or any coins. I still have the opals. Sold a few more of those, so there's a few left. Are you feeling better today, Kelly? Yeah. I didn't get enough sleep the night before because I had to take my Thai friend to the doctor yesterday. We did that in the late afternoon, and it's one of these things where we have to go every 4 weeks. And then I told her all my meds are going to change probably after July 8th, and I don't know what kind of condition I'm going to be in after that. because the meds that are keeping us alive are also killing us. You know how it goes. Ugh. Hey, Stephen. Thanks for coming in. Are you into the jewelry? Or are you looking here to see some of the coins? I've also got some men's items, a few men's items. Just go to the shop, click buy it now. Please check the shop if there's anything you'd like to see. I'm also accepting offers today. I'm laughing at this message that's coming in. Running a flash sale right now. Another minute, 8 seconds on the flash. If we get any raids today, we'll do some raid giveaways for the followers. Everyone can participate in that. We got to get some sales going, though. One sale today. You know what they say, one is the loneliest number. I don't know if I told you, Kelly, but somebody sent me $10 in a show, and they didn't send me a tip or buy anything, but they sent me $10 for a boost. So that boost, apparently it goes into my account, and then once it hits like a $39 balance, then I can use it. But you know, if they had $10 to spare, it would have been much better just to buy something or to tip me. You know, those boosts, I don't think they work. And then someone said, oh, well, it didn't work yet because you have to have a minimum of $39. And then that only lasts a few minutes. And so there's $10. If I hit my promote tab, which you can't see because it's the seller screen is different than the buyer screen, I can see that $10 like hiding in an account. But you have to have a 39 minimum to activate it. I'd just rather have the items, switch over to the marketplace when I'm off the air. Than if somebody wants to buy it that way, they can. And throughout the week, I end up taking items, I end up putting items up, more items down because things start selling, between the occasional Posh, Mercari, eBay, and Facebook Marketplace sale. So the items are constantly, new ones are being added, old ones are being taken down. It's constantly recycling through. And my latest box that's coming, there was some sort of a delay, but I have a secret contact now. Hummingbird in the attic. Oh, I like that. Please check out my shop. If you're interested in jewelry, let me know. I can show you what I've got. I've also got some coins and some tokens and some gemstones. A little bit for everybody. Okay, I just pinned the Hello Kitty. Hi, Kindle. Please check out my shop. Check out my Buy It Now. Let me know if you're interested in jewelry, coins, tokens, or whatnot. Hi, Thomas. Thanks for coming in. I've got everything in my shop in my Buy It Now. I've got best offer turned on. I'm hoping that I'll get rated today and we can do some raid giveys. I've got mostly jewelry, but I do have a few coins, things that I've won on Whatnot, and I've also got my own personal jar of world coins where I'm doing $3 a pool, and then I pick out 5 or 4 mystery coins. Or you may just be interested in buying a gift for somebody. I've got both men's, women's, and a couple of kids' items and a bunch of stickers. Also got a few gemstones. There's one sterling silver item. There's a couple of watches. I don't have everything on the table, but I can pull it out of the bag for you. Oh, if you're still there, Zemra on YouTube, are you still there? I was watching the Whatnot chat. Yeah, this is Whatnot. You just need to scan that QR code up on the top right hand corner of your screen or go to the link in the video description. If you're not a member of Whatnot, you click that under my username and they will put $15 into your wallet for your sellers or for your buyer's account. And you have to sign up, and you can shop on my store or you can shop on any market site that's on Whatnot. If you're still here, I hope that answers your question. Hey, Barbara, or Barbar, excuse me. Please check out the shop. Check out the Buy It Now. Please let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. Anything you want me to run. Most of everything is Buy It Now. I have best offer on most items. I got some cool jewelry items. I'm hoping that I get raided later and then I can run a quick raid givey. But got the necklaces, and I got the jewelry jar, the coin jar, the tokens. I got stickers, watches, shark teeth. Got a couple of banger items too. If you're like a reseller and you want, like those banger pieces to list. There's a couple pocket knives in here, new old stock, still in the boxes sealed. Just let me know. Shoot me an offer. If I don't see it because I'm looking at the other chat, just shoot me a message and I'll see it on the Whatnot screen. If I don't see the pop up, sometimes I miss the pop up. And once again, for those watching on the multicast on YouTube, you need to scan that QR code and come over to April Davis PI on Whatnot. Okay, we've had 5 people answer the poll. Hey, Scooper Mom, I got everything in my shop in my Buy It Now best offer. Trying to raise some money today for the Bunny vet bills. I got jewelry, I got coins, I got tokens, I've got gemstones, I've got 1 piece of silver, I've got a couple of really nice Egyptian pieces, and I've got a bunch of bracelets or necklaces up on the rack, plus the jewelry jar, and I got a whole bag of jewelry that's sitting literally right next to me where I'm sitting. So let me know what you'd like to see. And my items are continuously changing because I sell on multiple online selling platforms. It's mostly jewelry, but I do have other items. Still watching the bears from the National Park Service in Alaska. I turn that up. If you hear a raging river in the background, that's why. Hi, Brie Ellen. Thanks for coming in. Please check out my shop. Check out my Buy It Now tab. If there's anything you'd like to see, I'll show it to you. If you want to shoot me an offer, or just buy it now. I do have the occasional flash sale, and I'm hoping somebody's going to raid me today, and then I can have some raid giddies going for all the people that are following me that are in the show. Today's proceeds will go for the Bunny Vet. And trust me, I'm going to have to sell almost everything in my store to be able to pay that one. But it is what it is. If you guys are watching on the YouTube multi-broadcast, please scan that Whatnot QR code that you see on the top right-hand corner of your screen and sign up using my code at April Davis PI. And if you're not already a Whatnot member and you sign up, Whatnot will award you $15 in your shopping wallet. And I don't get anything unless somebody actually uses that code and then they follow through and they buy something from somebody. And once it's delivered, then I would get a $5 shopping credit in return. A lot of people ask me that question. I'm going to pin the fossil. Hi, AIM334. Please check out my shop. Please check out my Buy It Now. Welcome on the YouTube side. Welcome on the Whatnot side. Hey, Mary Mill. I have everything at my shop under Buy It Now. I've got mostly jewelry, but there are a few coins and tokens in here, a couple of men's items in here, and a couple of kids' items, but it's mostly jewelry. So if you are buying for yourself or you're a reseller and you want to buy an individual piece or you want to buy like a bulk jar, I have those. I've got the necklaces. I've got everything from inexpensive to banger. Just let me know. If you're here on the coin in, I can help you with that too. And the inventory changes week to week depending on what I get in and what sells. And I sell across all platforms. So if something sells on another platform, then it's taken off Whatnot as well. I occasionally run some flash sales, and I'm hoping that I get raided sometime today, and then I can run a raid givey. But usually the raids come in the evening, I've noticed. I've been on the air for, gosh, like an hour and a half now. It's not going that well, so I may be raiding somebody soon and then come back on a little later tonight. Okay, it looks like we're going to go do a raid soon. I'll give you guys a chance to look at the store. Just click the store, the shop tab, and the buy it now. I have jewelry, I've got coins, I've got tokens, I've got some precious gemstones, semi-precious gemstones, some opals, some amethyst, some peridot. I've got one sterling silver rosary crucifix from the Creed Rosary Company. Let me know if there's anything you'd like to see. If you're buying as a reseller, you might want to be looking at the jewelry jar. If you want to send an offer, feel free to do so. You won't hurt my feelings. I've been on for about an hour and a half, and I've only sold one thing, so it looks like I'm going to be raiding somebody momentarily. But if you guys are looking in the shop, let me know. If not, we're going to go over and we're going to do this raid. Okay, we're going to go over to some storage unit finds. We're going to raid something for everyone. Thanks for coming, everybody.